Sorry. Hello. I guess I am live, but I seem to have a little webcam problem on my end, so I don't see myself. But this is the third. Sorry. This is the third attempt right now, and I guess I am live. I just can't see it at the moment. Okay, or maybe this platform is just having some technical difficulties. I'm not even sure. Anyway, so what I want to mostly talk about is star seeds and what they are really doing on Earth. But before that, and yeah, this one is gonna be completely in English only. I'm an Icelandic person living on Iceland, and I do both shows in my language and in English. My language is, of course, Icelandic and one of the Nordic languages. But this one is just going to be in English, okay? So, sorry. But prior to that, before I will get to like what exactly are star seeds, I want to talk about. um, Well, first of all, this is kind of like, well, this platform or my channel is like spiritual, and it's also for the people who would call themselves awake, right? But now, so it's like various things. I also am like a makeup artist, so I might also like, I'm not gonna do that in that show, but I might do some stuff that I would put in between. So I'm just saying that it's a various things that I'm covering, talking about. But this episode is going to be about the star seeds and what the fuck we're doing here. So, um, sorry. Uh, but before I go into that, I do want to say, yeah, there is a spiritual war going on Earth now between good and evil. Okay, and many of us have noticed that. And but what is this battle? You know, it's not like you can see it out in the streets, right? It's like in the dimensions. But it's also like, yeah, you can sometimes see it, but I just mean that you can't just go to the next shopping mall and see a war going in there. Like, you know, there's wars somewhere in the world, and it's a different kind of a war. It is a war for, you can say, to do with the freedom of people, and yeah, you can say that it's for the freedom of the people, and it's war for us, so we can be as much of, how can I say this really good, so we can be what we should really be, um, full-blown people, full-blown human beings. I hope I'm making myself understandable the way I describe it like that, because we are not that at the moment. So this is basically what you can say in a way what this war is about. And those of us who are fighting it are um, just normal human beings who are sorry, light workers, star seeds, uh, angels in disguise, archangels in disguise too, and yeah, and aliens. Those people basically are in the good team, and in the bad team are demons and such assholes. So, and this spiritual battle has been going on since forever, really. So not all of us human beings living on Earth now have basically realized what I'm talking about. They don't feel it or see it, but most of all, they don't feel it. And we are not all the same. Some of us are just here living their normal fairy tale protected in the bubble life. And some of us are have stepped out of that and we don't live in a box, you can say. We just we no, let's get back to the other people. The other people, they don't think there's anything wrong with this world. They think everything is just fine. But they don't see, they don't have the same kind of eyes like the ones who see, let's just say, better, like light workers and star seeds. And so, yeah, they are fine with everything. They just live and then they die, and nothing is wrong in their small world. And then, yeah, they are the others, and they, in their reality or world, everything is basically wrong, and or things are just weird and they shouldn't be like there and they are unfair. That is what those people think. So you can see those are very different kind of people. The first group that I talked about is basically what you would say a typical classic Earth soul is. They have most likely all of their lives, because we are just a soul and we keep on living. Sorry. So they have mostly all of their times lives lived here on Earth, and they are fine with whatever life brings them, and they don't question anything. They don't question the authorities, and they don't question, yeah, basically anything. They just go to work, they live, they get married, they make offsprings, kids, and yeah. So they have exactly this kind of attitude that I'm just you can say I'm acting right now. They have this kind of like, yeah, whatever. So they're fine with that. And then those are the others. They are like, no, what the fuck? This is not the way these things should be. They are like this. They are there. They are the. You can say, this is what I decide. Uh, uh, I decided or decided started to like call them. I call them the transformers. Transformers. Uh, just like the movie, and because they come here to change things, because the others, you can say, they are, we actually call them the sleepers, because they need help to change the scenario here. And you can say, yeah, those are the people that I'm going to talk about, mostly the star seeds. But I am still gonna go explain a little bit before I get to that part. Um, because, like, if the starseed would not be here, uh, you can say the Earth population would probably just die out, because they are just made this way. They are like that, and they are fine with, like I said, their happy life in that small bubble. So yeah, so the thing is, like, yeah, they did need help, and that's why the star seeds come in the picture. So what exactly are star seeds? Now I'm kind of like gonna go into that. Sorry. But yeah, maybe before that, who are being the baddies, who are doing who are the bad ones in these spiritual battles? You can say, though, they are really, really bad forces or source that have um, or meanies, really, really bad things, aka demons, you know, or you can also call them the elite or ILLEMENUTA. This is the kind of a platform you have to behave like this. So I'm not going to say that name. I'm not going to do that for now. And so I kind of like, if I have to talk around things, that's just the way this platform works. And for those who do have shows or have realized that the world is on that stage right now, we know what this means. We know we have to be like this for now. So that's why I talk like that. So those are the ones, let's just see, those are the ones that think they do have powers to control the rest of the people on earth. You can say that. I hope people understand how I describe that. So those are like 3-5% of the world population, but they were. They're not anymore. Okay. Um, you can. That is probably not going to make sense for anyone who doesn't know what's going on or has been going on. But I have to say it like that because the thing is like, let's just say that the war is kind of like nearly won, and who the the one who won is the good team. So yeah, but I want to go into and say that the star seeds are the ones who came here to help with this thing, the war. So, but before that, I'm going to say, yeah, of course, aliens exist for the ones who have not realized that. There are many, and mostly all of them are good, but some of them are and were or are bad. But that's in the minority. Okay, so most of them are good, and I'm gonna name some names like Pleiadians, Arcturians, Andromedians, and much more races. All of those three that I just mentioned right now, they're all good. Okay, and they're all here to help the humanity to rise up, the to help with the ascension process, because this war sorry, that has been going on is in connection with the like I said before, that the humanity rises up and uh, gets to gets to the place that where we should rather be. And yeah, so the baddies, the meanies, they have made it their job to disturb that and sorry, and stop that. And they have been very successful. But now you can say tides, the tide have, how do you say that? The tides have turned. We have won. The light has won. Nearly 100%. Not we're not over the threshold yet, but we are just crossing over it. So sorry. It actually is very late on Iceland. It's like 1:30 a.m. and I'm doing this live now. So that's why I have a coffee also. But so, and where do the star seed fit in all this? Because I already mentioned, yes, there's a lot of aliens. Okay, yeah, I wasn't quite done. I'm actually gonna continue a bit with more about the aliens. The aliens here, yeah, we are rising up, you can say, and ascending. And we have been having solar flares, which are the pre of the big ultimate solar flash that we're gonna have. Once the solar flash happens, we're gonna jump into 5D Earth. We are Our Earth right now is 3D, and we're gonna go through 4D and then to 5D. This new Earth is this new Earth is not like another Earth, like arriving. Where and then we have to everyone have to jump over to a new Earth. No, it's more like a frequency thing. So we are basically just gonna rise in frequency, and that's how it works. Um, so just wondering how I'm gonna say this good. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think that is enough about that thing. I kind of like had to explain that in order, like why this really is happening and why it is important and why the star seeds are here. So the star seeds. No, actually, I wasn't quite done with the aliens. The aliens, the Arcturian type, they are in, you can say, in charts supervising these ascension symptoms for the human beings. The aliens have extraterrestrials, excuse me, uh, because I understand they don't want to be called that, but I'm not quite sure. This is just my understanding from others. Uh, Extraterrestrials. There's a reason why it's called extra terrestrial, but that's another story. Okay, sorry. So, so they are in charge of that, and they have gone through these ascension symptoms before. They are here to help us with this. So that's why I had to bring them in the picture that yes, of course there are aliens, because it seems to be a common knowledge that there are no aliens existing. Of course there are. We can't be the only people living in the whole world, can we? That would not make sense. Why, for example, would all those movies have been made? Where they are constantly talking about the aliens, and yes, of course we have more races. Anyone who is intuitive have bumped into aliens, whether they are like meditating or astral traveling or such things. So it was just a matter of time when we would meet other beings who don't look like us. You know, that's how, like, yeah, that's how a lot of people find out the truth. Yes, of course there are aliens. Uh, it's a little different maybe to like, do you hear it or do you actually experience this yourself? You know, like for me, I have experienced this myself, but in my case, I also just I didn't have to bump into them, meet them, or you know, before I just believed it. We are all different kind of people. What makes sense for us, and that's just fine. What I've noticed from like where I come from, I'm an Icelander living on Iceland. Having lived though into other European countries and always have had a lot of contact with other let's nations in the world. Um, so like I let's just say I'm a little different in this way. Like I'm a little unclassic. Uh, how I think as an Icelander. You can say that having had that experience, since I'm also like that, super young. No, I'm just kidding. But sorry. So I kind of like, yeah. Um, I've noticed that. Okay, Icelanders say that they are so spiritual. I think they more say it, and the fact is that they're not. One thing is, in my opinion, is that if you say you're so spiritual, how come you don't believe in aliens? How come you just haven't noticed that? It's like 2024. It's not like 950. I think it was must have been a little different then, because now we have all this technology and all that thing. How come people don't believe in aliens? Okay, anyway, it is so weird because like when I look to USA, which people are so different in general speaking. I know, okay, basically USA for me and probably for others, it's like Europe. It's like many all those states are basically like mini countries, you can say in a way, because there are so many kinds of people. You can't say everyone in US is the same. But what I wanted to say is that if for me, have what I've known, my experience of Americans and so on, which I love Americans, they're so open and all that. But for me, people are way more open, like in concern of spirituality and just open to how you look at life and so on. They're not in this small box that I just, the way I was starting, I was like describing the classic earth soul who doesn't like question anything. In my opinion, Americans and the classic American who has, let's say, has educated himself and he's bright, he's intellectual, and he has seen things and so on. You can say he is not someone who is like this type that I just said. So therefore, okay, like I said, there are so many types of Americans, so you can't say I just took like the average type of person. Uh, if you take someone who is at the same category here on Iceland, they are still in their small box. They are not questioning things. They don't believe in aliens. So that is basically what I wanted to like, compare those two. And I don't get that. I don't get it why people have missed this because like it is just so obvious for me. Of course there are more races in the whole world. And you don't have to be intuitive to have noticed that, or at least I thought that. Anyway, I just want to go a little more into like, because Icelandic people, they say that they are so spiritual and they are such big world city people. They say it. They often are actually, but in their mind sometimes they forget it. When they come back to Iceland, they are not. So yeah, it is something special Icelandic. Uh, Often, I'm not saying everyone is because I don't want to trust the rest of my the Icelanders here. And don't forget, I am Icelandic, so I'm not going to trust myself. I'm just saying, just it is just so funny how people act. Anyway, so sorry. This spirituality thing here hasn't let people to come to this conclusion that we can't be the only race in the world. And I also want to say that Icelanders they go everywhere in the world. We are not very, you can say it's a very special kind of mentality here. Even though I said a lot of people seem to be in this box about certain things, they don't question things. They just trust in a way. And but um, we have this, you can say, the Viking thing. That is actually real. What you have seen, you can say movies, but movies isn't the 100% truth. But what the movies have shown you about the Icelanders, this Viking thing, is in a way true. And now I want to say that, sorry, is because Icelanders, they have this attitude that anything is possible, and you can say they are doers. The percentage here of the doers in conserve, if I just compare it with Sweden, because I lived in Sweden, and that's another Nordic country, is way more here. That is also because there are more starseeds who live on Iceland than in general in Sweden. Actually, I haven't looked at it 100%, but I know it because I feel it. But then again, I have looked at how much starseeds, even though I'm sure it's not accurate, but I know how many about starseeds live in the whole world, and how much in different countries. And Iceland is in the top like five. How many starseeds live? Like it was in the top five, I'm pretty sure. So, okay, I might for some people they might not understand why that is important in connection with this Viking thing. So, okay, yes. Well, actually, first of all, most of history is a lie anyway. But I'm sure there were Vikings here, and to some extent. But this Viking thing is the thing that you know, like in the movie Thor. That's how Icelanders are a lot. That they have this attitude, yeah, we can do it, and let's just go and do it now. So that is how we are, um, a lot. So you get a lot of things accomplished in a very short time when you have this attitude. So that is one point now for the Icelanders to have that kind of attitude, because like I say, if you compare to the Swedish classic Swedish person, they're not like that. There's a big difference on that. Not trying to trust the Swedish people, because Sweden actually is very close to my heart, and I've lived there as a child and later. And so I was just talking about what is kind of like, you can say, dominating in the society. Uh, Here, you can actually, okay, there's a little like talking more info, but let's just put this out there as well. Sorry. You can feel this, you can say it's a tension a little, like we are so powerful. You can just imagine Big Hulk sometimes walking around the streets, the energy you can feel in connection with that here on Iceland. It's a lot of like leaders walking around here, and you can feel it in there. It's a little like everyone have to control everything. That is how I feel it as someone who's very empathic. When you go to Sweden, it's different. People are more like behaving. I have a friend there who who's a 100% Swedish person, and he says like Swedish people, they just love to go into queues. They don't have any problem with that. When the Icelanders are just the opposite. They don't like to be told what to do. So yeah, um, for some reason, when you go to Sweden, you just feel total different kind of calmness in the air. So maybe I'm in a way just describing that Icelanders are a little like wild and crazy, and yeah, that's true. In a way, it is. But yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying we just have a lot of energetic people then. But anyway, that's a little different. Um, so I want to go now to the star seeds. Star seeds. Yeah, well, was I finished with the alien thing? No, not maybe not 100%. Yeah, a little bit more about the ascension and the aliens. The aliens, before I go into the star seeds, the aliens are here to help us with the with to rise up with the ascension thing, and because it's the first for us, and we need guidance and help. But it's also because it matters to them what is happening on Earth, because the Earth needs to be in balance with the rest of the galaxy. Okay, so that's why. And you can say they are our brothers and sisters. And like I said before, most of them are good ones. Bano, I can't even say that word in English. It is so funny. Sometimes I can't pronounce certain English words. They are good. Good race. No, they are good species. They want what is good for us, and they are here to help and assist us. And yeah, I think that's enough about the aliens then. Sorry. So the star seeds are part of the aliens. In this war that I just described, that has been going on forever on Earth, uh, the Earth beings, they needed help. And as aliens, you can't really, like when you're with another race, like the Pleiadians, who by the way look like us. There's no difference on me on Pleiadians. You might notice though when you like maybe talk to them that they will talk differently and they wipe higher. They are just more advanced beings. And whether they are advanced human beings from somewhere else or if they are aliens, extraterrestrials, we'll see what exactly they are. Everyone have been saying, oh, they are aliens. Um, with I have to say, with that race, okay. First of all, I don't claim to like know everything. Let's just see what exactly they are in the near future. I'm pretty sure we'll come at that point where things will be more clear of many things, what exactly they are. And we are not at that time point right now. Sorry. So the Arcturians, though, they look different. But okay, anyway. Um, so the star seeds are how can I say this like pretty good. Yeah, the aliens cannot interfere mm, with humans in whatever the humans are doing. But because we have our own problems and we need to solve our own problems. But there was a way that this was possible without interfering too much. That's where the starseeds come in. So, starseeds have origin from another planet. They are not from Earth. Their soul is not from Earth. They are not Earth souls, like I just previously described, were the classic Earth human beings on who our Earth souls are from. Sorry. So, the star seeds. they they volunteered to come to Earth and incarnate as humans. So the star seed is someone who has a soul from somewhere else, but they have a human body, so they have a human avatar. So that exactly is a star seed. And the star seed are about, some say it's 15% of the Earth population, the people who are living on Earth. Some say it's 20 and 25. I'm not even quite sure. I haven't gone myself and counted. Just kidding. I don't know. But what I do know is that the population, for example, on Iceland is rather high. That is that for some reason. Um, and I do see it because, okay, obviously I'm a starseed myself, and I can see who people, which people are starseeds and which people are not starseeds. It is just so, this is something that I've been wondering about for many years. And I had already figured out, yeah, starseed, they are something like that, and they are exactly like that, and they are doing something, but I didn't know what was the purpose until a few years ago. And that is exactly the time that a lot of people, let's just say, woke up to the reality of what is really going on in this world. But also, let's just say, um, not everyone though is at the same place, because the star seed, I am looking at the star seed globally, and I'm seeing they haven't fully woken up yet. There's, in my opinion, I don't know. I don't know. I can't like guess at like what the percentage of the star seed. They haven't figured out still why the fuck they are here. I can't. But I do notice, let's just say, for example, on Facebook, everything is on Facebook. So many groups are on Facebook. There are groups of people who are wondering, what am I doing on Earth? Why am I here? I know I'm different. And they have like partly noticed that they are a little different than the classic Earth soul, you can say, just like the people that I just described, because they are the ones who see through the, let's just say, the illusions in life. Illusions. And there are many illusions or lies that the baddies have put, how can I say that? Yeah, some might call it a matrix. But illusions is, I would say, a good word to describe it a bit. Sorry, for now. So those star seeds, or those people who qualify as star seed, everyone who are in RH negative blood groups are star seeds. There are people who also are in the plus blood groups. There are also more blood groups who are existing. I don't see people on general basis talking about them though, and definitely not in the country that I live in. Um, there is this blood group called Null, Nuo, U like in Ukraine, and LL, Null. Uh, they don't have the antigens, and they also don't. They are neither of the, like the minus blood groups. They have no antigens. The plus blood groups have antigens, so they are right in the middle. And then there, like I said, there are more blood groups also who are pretty much at that place. I understand. So Sorry. Um, there are just basically, honestly, things that are existing that people don't necessarily know about, and that's one of those things. Like, yes, there are more types of blood group. I also want to throw it in there. Everyone who is an HB minus blood group are descendant of Jesus Christ. Wow, so Jesus didn't die? Yeah, he didn't die. That's a lie too. He didn't die on any cross. So that rules out Easter and Christmas, doesn't it? But that's truth. He didn't die. He kept on living and he made babies. So, yeah, there you go. So, anyone who is in that blood group, Jesus is in your family and you have a special blood. So, my hats off for anyone who's in that bloodline, you can say. Okay, so, but back to the star seeds. The star seed that I'm looking at, like I said, in those groups on Facebook, still today, they know they are different. They can feel it, and they just don't know mostly all of them why they are different and why they feel like that, and why they feel also they are not being maybe understood from the rest of their family. They maybe are the only person there in their close family and they don't know why they are different, and they feel they are different, especially in those times right now, because maybe at this time right now they are fully awake and they don't understand why the rest of their family are not like them. So this is the difference. We are not the same. And now I'm going to go into a little like characteristic to make you see if you're a starseed and you're listening to this. Like maybe you are one of those, you know. Sorry. There's star seeds besides it's like, in my opinion, it's everyone who is in the minus blood groups. The star seeds often have like um, their eyes are a little different. They can use, some say they might do like this. They might look at you, and it's like sometimes they can look through you and they can read you completely. They're very good with that. You basically can't lie to starseed. They will just they will feel it and they will know it because they are very, very intuitive. And let's just say all their senses they're on. So yeah, you can't hypnotize those people. And yeah, it's like they're just psychic antennas. They're always up. Yeah, like I said, if you try to like put a lie and you're talking to a starseed, they will immediately just recognize that you're making it up. They just see through things way more easily than the ones who are not starseeds. Um, Characteristic more. Sorry. I have heard, I guess that is true, that the star seeds, because we come from different, like you might be have origin to Sirius or to Andromeda or to Venus, and then those were like Syrians, how they look, you might tend to look a little like them a bit. Like your nose might be shaped in that way, or your hair is shaped like that. I guess that is true, but I have to say I'm not 100%. But my feeling is that that is true. And but let's just go into something that a lot of people, a lot of star seeds are struggling with, is that, or there are two things. It's their superpowers and the way they can interact with electricity. Okay, first of all, we all, everyone on Earth, we are basically electric beings, and there is electricity in the earth, so we are anyway, you can say, because I don't know how to describe that very good in English. um, so we can connect to the earth and recharge our battery, you can say. But the star seeds, for some reason, we interfere very easily with electricity and electric equipments like phones. Our we drain the battery in our cell phones very easily. Maybe that is because we do. Um, Now, actually, I'm not even sure if it's just the star seeds. Okay, I kind of like get a download. You can say that it is the star seed, but then again, I don't know. I don't know. I just got that we do have a healing energy here, and you can, what you can actually do. You can do like that, and why you don't just try it and see what happens when you do that if you have not tried this before. And it's like you are creating energy, or in a way energy, electricity, or electricity. It's not like you're gonna, but energy. Maybe I'm not using the this is not my mother tongue, and maybe I'm not using always the completely correct English words, but anyway, I call it energy instead of just electricity. So sorry. So what you can do is you can do like this, and then you will feel that you have created something. And so maybe, so we are natural healers. And maybe, like I said, I'm not even quite sure that maybe the ones who are natural healers with their hands, because you can heal a person by, you know, using your hands and so on. I don't know if it's just the people who are from other worlds, who are doing that, or if it's also somewhere else, the earth souls. I don't know. But anyway, the the star seeds are the ones, at least, who, when you hold your phone like this, what are you doing? You are holding your palm next to here. This is often how people are on the phones. They're just like that. I have stopped doing that for some for a while. 'Cause first of all, I can now feel it. It's very rather uncomfortable. Um, because this is an electric device, even though it is off. I mean, at the moment, I can still feel the energy. But the reason why star seeds drain the battery is because this this palm here area is most likely what is affecting that. So don't hold your phone like this. You will your battery is most likely gonna last longer if you are a star seed, and you have already noticed, if you don't keep it in your palm, I mean, always, and you have probably noticed that your battery on your cell phone, or your cell phone is just dead, or you have to change the battery like after 1 year maybe. I don't know how often I've seen it in those groups of those star seeds where they hang out on Facebook, and they're saying, "Oh, I just wrecked another phone." And some people, like, they can basically smash light bulbs, and they're just touching it. And I will explain exactly what's going on there. But more PCs, uh, laptops, cooking machines, cash registers, and yeah, and but particularly laptops and PCs, we tend to freeze those. That's because we have, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's our untamed energy because we are not the same as the ones who are not star seeds. We just tend to freeze our things. Like what I personally do is that when I'm cooking dinner, I can freeze the cooking stove. I don't know exactly how I do it, but yeah, in a way I do. The thing is, like, I've learned how to control it. This is energy that you need to tame, you can say. And how do you do that? You just, you just, you know, you go to the control button on this and you try to just lower this energy, if that makes sense. So I didn't really do anything much more than just that I tried to stay more calm. If I'm in a hurry or I'm angry and I would go and cook the food, the stove will just go on full. If even if I would be having on the low, so that I've noticed that I do. So and you know also what they call star seeds? They call them sliders. Do you know what a slider is? Slider is people who interfere with the electricity, uh, like the light posts outside. A person who's a star seed can be passing through it, underneath, and the the light will flicker or it will go off. And once the person is gone, it will turn on again. So that is very common for us to do. I do that. And it's more when I'm in a hurry. So, yeah. And I know why it is because in a hurry. When I'm in a hurry, it is because then I am not as much as in control, you can say. But yeah, so that's why, my advice is anyone who is a starseed, it's good to know that you are a starseed, first of all. So you know that you're not like the others. And maybe you need to sometime fine tune yourself, you can say. But it's also like more characteristics, like what makes you, how you can see you are that. Uh, you just have like an inner knowing. You're very in tuned. You can be psychic or intuitive if in any way possible. There are a few ways to be psychic. Um, and you do tend often you those people that tend to look younger, they have healing up they okay, first of all, now I'm actually starting to like wonder though if it's only star seeds. I don't know, it could be, but we have the ability to heal ourselves. And what I've like noticed personally with me, if I get a cut on my face, on my skin, is that it heals very quickly. I didn't even know this was a starseed thing until I started to just pay attention to others. And like my holes in my ear, if I leave earrings out like for more than just 1 24 hour, then it will start to heal. So that should tell you that the starseed are a little different. I don't think I am the only person who's like that with in connection with the holes in my ears. So um, there are much more characteristics. There's a whole list, long list. If I don't have it in front of me, I just forget it. But long, long list. And all the star seeds in the whole world, we are much more connected to each other than to the other Earth souls. I do think that is because we all volunteered. One of the reasons is that now I'm guessing is because we all volunteered to come here. We all decided this before we came here, and we have done this for a long time. We just, we come into like this life, and last life we did this also. Okay, why are we here? Though more the reason so I already said that, yeah, this was a way for other races to help without interfering too much, because we all have our free will. The humans have our free will, have their free will. So we were doing this in the way it was possible without taking too much control of the situation, you can say. And so what we have been doing here, what is our job, the starseeds, is we came here to fight in this spiritual battle. However we chose to do that, how, if it is just to be ourselves, or because let me tell you, we are not the average human being. We are just in the way that we don't even have to sometimes speak, because um, if we just are here and stay firm of our beliefs, how we are, like how we should live life, that alone makes a big difference. You're still doing a lot of stuff just by being exactly how you are. Sometimes that's just enough. Others are, because like I say, not everyone have woken up to their knowledge of why they're here, because first of all we come with an amnesia. We don't know what's going on. We just slowly, let's say, it gets peeled off the knowledge, like why we are here and what are we doing here. Because like I said also, like a lot of us have like noticed we are different, and why am I here? Like we don't feel this is our home, and it isn't our home. And a lot of us, particularly when we're kids, yeah, sometimes we actually do feel this memory, and that's why we get emotional. That's why I'm emotional right now. So a lot of us when we're kids, because when we are kids, we feel our memory isn't wiped out. Uh, we come here in this life and we remember, but once we grow up, we just grow up and do all our life and la la la, we get married and have kids or whatever, we educate ourselves and we get a job and we get stuck in that shit, like the life. But we do come here with, first of all, like a mission and a purpose, and we tend to, like I said, this wears off while the more we grow up, unless you just um, work on, how say, work on it to, if you're a rather spiritual person, you open sorry, more up to it, you stay in tuned of your inner being, if that makes sense. And then also some people who, like the little kids who are here now in 2024, they are not like the ones like how I was behaving, or no, they are different than like the ones who were coming into uh, being born 20 and 30 and 50 years ago, because they are more advanced. they come here different. I look at little kids and I'm blown away. I am mind blown with where they are at, how they are. They, like, people should just look at those kids and just, like, you know, what comes out of their mouth sometimes is just amazing. It's because, like I say, they don't have any filter on. They are different. The star seeds have come in stages. They are like, they have names like the rainbow kids, the rainbow children. What was the first star seeds? The indigo are the first. I think I qualify for that because I'm on that age. Um, so they have different kind of names of, like, the waves of the star seeds that are coming. So the star seeds that are coming now are like on a different level when I came into this world. Okay, here. So yeah, so that's why. But then again, also we are leading to this, you can say, climax moment that is the moment that everything is gonna happen. We're gonna finally gonna rise up to 5D Earth. So the humanity and everyone is here who was here, who are planning to go to 5D Earth. We are all going to ascend very soon. So that's why I say it's the climax moment. It's the climax moment of many few things that are gonna happen, and those things are all very, very good things. We're just evolving, and yeah, everyone are evolving here. Sorry. So yeah. So, like I said, the star seeds, they come with this amnesia, and uh, we wake up to that, what we are, and wake up to everything on our own time. You can say most like one can say that we probably our we self, or our higher self, or our gang. We have a gang, which are our helpers. They're both are like our guides, and you can say all the starseed, they have their helping team, which are the aliens, because they are our support team. They make sure that we are fine, that we are doing okay here, and they help us and guide us. So okay, uh, but so I was gonna say that maybe they also help us, like, when those memories are gonna surface, that why we're here. But I think probably I don't know how completely how this works, but I was just guessing a bit. Probably we decided, or someone decided, however this works, because I don't know how this works in God's land completely before we came here. Um, for some reason, um, we just wake up when we're just ready. And like I said, I don't see, like, if I just take my country, uh, I don't see the majority of the starseed, unfortunately, are woken up to why they're here. And that is a bummer in a way, because we are just about to have this climax moment that we're going to ascend. So they will wake up very late in the process. I would have thought more starseed would have needed to be woken up by this time, but I guess not. But I know the time will come that they will fully know what exactly they are. And of the people who are awake, now I have to connect this a bit too, because they might be listening to this. I really want to say this. Of the one who are awake, the people who are awake on Iceland, because then they are the sleepers. It's the opposite. The one who realize something is really wrong with the world, and they have not noticed or realized they are star seeds. You cannot really talk about star seeds there. No one is really noticing anything, clicking. Like also in the spiritual community, if I talk about star seeds, and by the way, that's why I'm doing this video, to let people know that you're not an earth soul. That there's a clear difference, and star seeds are here on a mission. So that's how I'm doing it. So I'm looking at them, and sorry, and I just noticed that for some reason people are not realizing that they are different and what a star seed is. So yeah, we're a little bit behind here on Iceland for some reason. The spiritual community, they focus on other things, and yeah, they have a lot of catching up to do. If I just compare it with the American ones, a lot of catching up to do. But yeah, after the big solar flash, when that comes, that is gonna be a game changer. By the way, all the star seeds and all the, well, actually everyone are going to be pretty much no, not exactly on the same place, but all this. Let's just talk about the star seed for now. They're gonna be real. They are going to realize why they came here. They're gonna know they are that and all that. So that's gonna be a big game changer for them. But also the big solar flash, which I haven't really talked about now in this episode, uh, will come soon and is a game changer. Yes, it's one of those climax moments that is going to happen. Um, yeah. Well, just a little more about the star seeds. We have then the star seeds have come here to help with this um, the fight against the evil people, the meanies, the baddies, and however they have chosen to do that, whether they are now digital soldiers all over, very active right now in my country and all around the world. Everyone who has woken up, the majority of the awoken of the people who are awake are starseeds actually, because like I said, we did come here for this. However, we are doing it. Um, some people actually are very um, what's the word? Like, yeah, hard working on this, trying to awake the rest of the humanity and tell them what is going on. Because, yeah, the Great Awakening is going on right now. Have you heard that? Did the bad media tell you that? Probably they didn't, because they lie also constantly to us. So that's another story though. But so the star seeds have been, after they, because this is one part of waking up, you realize, you feel it in your blood, you just suddenly like you realize something is wrong, or you have known that for always. Some people have always been like this, because we're not all the same. Let's just say some are very awake to what they're doing. Some of those are more leading, some of those are like in the middle, and some of those are not really doing anything to help the others. So there's all kinds of star seeds here. And I guess there are bad star seeds too. Because I see that they're not in the good team; they're in the bad team, basically. Sorry. So yeah, we don't need your service if you have chosen to be there. So yeah, because like I said, we came here to fight. We are the fighters. We are the transformers. We came here with our swords and what do you call this thing? Just like Thor, the Thor in the movie. He has a big. Doesn't he have a big sword? Yeah, he has a big sword, and just like the Vikings have. So yeah, we the Icelanders we can relate to that. We have a sword and a shield. Shield. That is us now. You can say it's literally us because that is exactly what we're doing. And I want to say that some of us who are that in tune that we have been basically fighting devils in our sleeps, or I'm not talking about in the next mall, or actually maybe sometimes because devils, demons, they can take on a human form, and you can say they can basically be in front of us. So yeah, but I really mean this that I just said right now. It might some people might just say, "Oh my God, you're just crapping." No, I'm not crapping. So yeah, like I said, we are not the average people. We came here to fight. We are fighters, and we would fight. We will fight until this is over, because that is basically, like I said, what we came here. We volunteered to do this. We are here to help the humanity. We are here to help and assist, to also make a stand and stay firm, because the earth souls, they do need something. If they are salt, we are the spice. We are the pepper that come here and shake things up, because we stand firm no matter what. And the classic earth soul is not that. They will, excuse me, be wiped out if we didn't come here to help. So that's why we are here. So now you know why you are important if you are a starseed, and why you need to also keep on fighting. We are the transformers, okay? We are here to help with everything that needs helping. And our work is not done. We will continue to be here and carry out more changes, okay? So very soon, we're going to have a big soul flash that basically is going to be a game changer, and the world will not be the same after that, okay? I'm sure some of you are spiritual beings have heard about that, and all those solar flares that are giving us ascension symptoms and so on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go on, look in spiritual groups or talk to a spiritual person and see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into that really now. But yes, there's a big solar flare and a solar flash still going to come. But that's no big deal. It will just happen and it's all good. But, it still is a big thing. But, okay. Sorry. So, but the star seeds, what I want to say is that the star seeds will continue to help with everything that's going to happen still after that. Because then, yes, a lot of things, I don't know if I should touch on that. I'm just wondering. No, I'm not going to really touch on that right now. I'm just going to say that we are still going to be here and help with what needs to be done then to create a new and fair world. Yeah, let's just say that some things are going to change. That's all kind of like what I'm saying. There's a big cleanup. Yeah, this spiritual war that I just mentioned. This it's gonna come to an end. It's gonna come to its climax, and it's gonna we're gonna win. We already have won actually. And after that, there's gonna be a lot of good changes for the humanity. And the star seeds, are gonna be, let's just say, leading with that because of the ones who are awake and know that we have been in a war lately for the last few years. And so, yes, our job is not done. Even though the climax moment, you can say a climax moment, in a way, I call it that. That's my word. Um, it's gonna come. But like I said, we still have to stay firm and strong and do what we came here to do because our job is not done. Um, I could actually go on because, and talk more about what is going to happen for some star seeds. Because, okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. Some star seeds are gonna. Okay, no, before that, I say that is that the aliens will step on Earth. It's gonna be the first, sorry, public official, contact with humans and aliens. Okay. However, that is going to be done. It's most likely that it's not like they're gonna land their crafts immediately. Probably not, because that will scare the crap, excuse me, out of everyone. Because we have been led to think that they're bad, and they're not bad. They are just the opposite. They are extremely kind. They vibe very high, which means that they're good. Uh, and some of them are, let's just say, more better than the others. But they are our brothers and sisters, and they want us just good things. They, you know, like I said before, they have done this ascension thing before, and they just want to be here to help and assist because, first of all, this is new for us and we need guidance. So they're here to guide us. They're not here to control us, they're here to guide us and lead the way. And there, because the star seeds are part of them, that's why we are doing what we're doing. Okay. But when they appear, the aliens, I just say there's nothing to be afraid of. They are here to help us and assist us and, yeah, guide us and lead the way and all that I just said all previously. So the Hollywood movie industry has, from the beginning, made it look like the aliens are bad. They're here to basically, yeah, abduct us, uh, do all kinds of experiments about on us and eat us. Some of those alien movies, like the one, what's her name, Signor Weaver. I can't even say that. Yeah, that's a weird American name. You know who I'm talking about? The Aliens movie. That was disgusting how they might aliens look like that. But then again, there have been and are, of course, species that are very, very bad. And they do eat other species. But I can assure you, at the moment, and it's been like this for a while, no bad aliens can enter the Earth. The aliens, the extraterrestrial, they make sure that we are protected and no one can touch Earth now. It didn't used to be like this. And that is why this spiritual war has been, because it's connected to something like that. I'm not going to go into detail about that. And so I can just assure you, all the aliens you will be seeing now setting foot on Earth, are the good ones, are the ones who want the good best for us, and they are here to help us evolve. Because, like I said, this is like what this part of this spiritual war has been, because we need to evolve and reach our full potential as beings. And the solar flash, this big solar flash that we're waiting for, is going to help us reach that point. It's a game changer, this solar flash. It's all good though, like I said. Uh, I might do another live particularly about that. I did do that in Icelandic, where I went into explaining what that is about. Did I talk? I think maybe I forgot at the moment if I talked about that. No, I didn't talk about. Yeah, maybe I did touch on it a bit. So that was like 5 days ago. I talked about that. I did an English version, I think. No, I did another show in English. I described that a bit, I think. For anyone who might be curious what this big solar flash is that I'm talking about. So, but that is nothing to be worried or scared of. I can assure you that too. It's just something that is very spiritual and is on a better. I can't even say that word too. It's gonna happen. Uh, it's gonna happen soon, and it's all good. Okay. Oh yeah, but the constantly lying, excuse me, media is not going to inform you of the big solar flash. You have to go you have to go and look for other kinds of real, raw news in order to find knowledge about that. You don't find anything about this in science or about the, yeah, anything to do with the sky. Because that's kind of like a lie, too, you know? Don't trust the mainstream media. It's they mostly lie, really, seriously. Unless, a volcano has, like here in Iceland, if there's a volcano that has erupted, yeah, that is the truth. But basically everything else is uh, either a lie or exaggerated, because they want you scared and not knowing what's going on in the world, really. So that's their job, you know. There is no real journalism going on there. It's just scripted shit and lies. So that's what they do. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know, all the same people in the world, they owned all the media, and then the news, like we get news about what's going on in London, about politics there, or we get news what's going on in Italy, in concern, yeah, whatever, something, or we get some uh, NASA news. I don't even want to say that word here. We get like, oh, there was a shuttle that went to the moon or whatever. Okay, that kind of stuff hasn't been going on for many years now. Isn't that also interesting that no one has gone to the moon for many years now? What happened there? But then again, that's another story. But anyway, if we see foreign news, I mean, all the foreign news, they are all coming from the same source, and they're all distributed. They are not even written by Icelanders. They are just translated. You can go and look at the news in other countries, and you can see if you would do a study, if you do a poll, you would see the same news are in all the countries in the world and on all the channels, the same shit. It's not because it's current, it's just because that is what they're gonna say now or lie. That's how it works. Yeah, unfortunately, we live in a world like this, and we're gonna change that shit now too. We're gonna transform that crapness too, whether they like it or not. They don't have a choice. Do you also know why? Because we, the people in the whole fucking world, we have had enough, and we're not gonna take shit like that anymore. Now is the time for the flip, for the real thing is gonna be played on, not the fake thing, because a lot of things in the world are fake. But anyway, that's a little like side thing. Um, I even lost my track now. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I think I'm kind of like done. Mm. So yes, a lot of just interesting things are gonna happen soon, and you will see it when it happens. You won't be able to miss it because it's on a scale like that. It's all good, but it I had to kind of like talk a little about a little different things as well because it's connected to the star seeds and why the star seeds are here. And I want to say, if you feel you are like what I just described, and you want to go and search into this more, go and find groups like on Facebook that are called like minus negative blood groups. There, everyone is talking about this, and you will like maybe understand yourself a little more. That is at least the start on realizing what exactly you are. But I also summed it up like what you are here, why you are here, and where you come from. And I kind of like I forgot I was saying that in the near future, some of them of the starseed they're gonna return home. And what is home? Okay, home is also here, but home is also somewhere else. Maybe I didn't. I'm gonna touch a little on that before I go. Um, we do have family somewhere else too. We do hang somewhere else sometime too. We do our work, what we do in connection with this all this that I previously mentioned, with our own species because we're mixed. And you don't necessarily have a memory of it. Some of us do, some of us don't. Um, but we do this while we are asleep. We are just doing what we came here to do. That's it. It isn't more complicated than that. It isn't more like weird either than that. It's just what we are and what we came here to do. It's very simple for me. So yeah. Um yeah. But for the ones who like don't like and love being here and want to go home, they will do that eventually. For the ones, who have never like maybe fitted, they are here, fitted that you know, uh, that they have felt like out of place here. This is not my home. I feel different. I'm the only one in my family who is like this. Why is it like this? What the fuck is going on? And you know, a 70-year-old person might be feeling like this still today, and they have not even realized that they are a starseed. They don't even know that. So, like I said, some of us have figured this out and some not. And but very, very soon, all the starseed will fully realize why they are here and why they came here. For the ones who haven't realized this, like obviously I have realized this if I'm talking like this. Um, but I know there are so many who have not, and they have not woken up. Yeah, but there will come a time when they will do that, and it's gonna be soon. So, yes, but and in connection with that, will a lot of changes happen? Good changes and good changes for the star seeds. So, yeah, I hope this has helped. Anything else I should mention? I wonder. No, I think I've actually covered everything. I hope this has helped the star seeds who might think they feel different. I mean, that they have felt they were a little different, and they hear me explain this, and maybe they feel, oh my God, this resonates. This is maybe just me. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm different. This is why oh yeah, there's one more thing. Sorry. This is just why I like, maybe they also just go to sleep and then they wake up. Oh my God, this woman that I just watched this video, she was right. This is me. Yeah. So, yeah, if I did wake up some starseed, or my words triggered something in you that, you started to think and realize certain things, then wow, that's amazing. I also want to say the reason why also that you might feel isolated and like not necessarily too many are in your close circle like this is because we're strategically placed, put. This is done on purpose because all the countries in the world, they had to be covered. All the areas had to be covered. It's done on purpose like this. But where we meet and connect with others are okay in our own countries and on the internet. We meet on the internet. This is our tool to be able to connect to other star seeds and talk to like-minded people. Because, like I said, for me personally, there's a clear difference on a star seed and not a star seed. So, okay, thank you, and hope you benefited from this.